Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2.
Something's wrong in Verdansk.
Gas is closing in. We need to exfil now.
Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute and make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap. Homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud where the vision saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep. Make them fear me. This a war zone. Trashed out, trap house. Nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing. Thank the Lord, oh, how I'm living. See me riding with my top down. Oh, cops round. Pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another night of Ammo League action. I am your host, ZetaFly here, bringing you two very good teams looking to continue their onslaught on the Ammo League. 5-0, the Vienna Sausages have remained one of the better teams in the league as they look to stay hot going up against Team Cutthroat, looking to bounce back after their first loss of the Ammo League season last match. As we look forward, we're going to go quickly over the rules and regulations, as this is a point race format. Teams will have 90 minutes to collect the highest point total across their best 3 games. Now, that point total, how it stands up, we'll get there in a second here, folks. As we get each elimination, it'll be worth 1 point. After that, the points get higher. Top 20 equals 1 more point. Top 15 is 2 as you climb up that ladder. Once you reach top 4, that's when the points start to add on quickly. Once you get to that top 4 is 10 points, and then you get 5-point bumps as you move up to top 3rd, top 2, and of course 25 points for the victory. Here are how the standings shape out through 5 matches. Of course, the Crusaders far among the rest, putting up another 100-point game, their 3rd consecutive 100-point game. And then we have the Vienna Sausages sitting comfortably at 2nd place. But of course, Team Cutthroat right behind them at 3rd. Of course, they're only lost to the Crusaders. But before that, picking up a big win against the Big Apes. We're going to drop right into the action here. Tuning into Team Vienna Sausages here. As hopefully we can get some gameplay sound on that end here, because they are one of the lower
I don't know if we have a sub one or not.
There we
yet.
go. Hopefully that you guys can hear that on your end as well. If there's any audio difficulties or if I'm echoing or anything like that, please let me know in the comments. I'm hoping to get that situated rather quickly. But here we are. We're watching the Vienna Sausages here. This is Dancing Queen, also known as Emily, the lone female in the Ammo League, but she is on the MVP watch list along with her teammate Cushy and, of course, their team captain, RMP Tebow. On the other end, we have Team Cutthroat. Team Cutthroat, led by their captain, Cool With It, other known as Jabri, and then his two teammates, B-Wash and J-Wood, already getting into their game as well. If you ever are wondering which game you are watching, in the top right corner, you will see that logo, and that is signifying who is on the screen here. We're gonna stick with Team Cutthroat as they have a little bit of difficult circumstances right off the bat getting into a battle. Also, you can see that we have the timer on the right side as well, so that is the 90 minutes. So once that clock hits 0, that'll be the last game that either team plays. So in those 90 minutes, as long as that last game is started before that 90 minutes, they are allowed to finish that match. However, they are not allowed to start another one after that 90 minutes. That is their cutoff point. So here we are. The second in the standings versus number 3 in the standings. This should be a good one. Team Cutthroat looking to be much better than their last match against the Crusaders. The Crusaders, again, putting up the highest point total thus far this season, 121 points through their 3 games rather. Team Cutthroat not able to put anything together. I imagine seeing the large numbers that Crusaders were putting up had something to do with that, as they only managed to put up 31 points in their match, the lowest this season. Vienna Sausages averaging around that 70-point total. However, the points against, one of the lower in the league to this point. This is one of their first matchups that has been close to an equivalent team, so should make for a very good one for them. I know they've been looking forward to it. D. Gulick, thank you for the feedback there. Hopefully that stays rather good the rest of the way. Right now on your screen, on the big screen, this is team captain Cool With It, other known as Jabri. Throwing down the proximity, trying to loot and kind of run through this household. They got a player right in the way. A few shots ringing out. Easy kill. Only one man. They knew he was up there. They just had to find out where he was hiding. And if you're still unfamiliar with the setup here, again, on the big screen here, Team Cutthroat is signified by their logo on the right side of your screen. If you see that logo, that means they're on the big screen. That smaller screen on the left side, that is the other team they're facing. So that is Vienna Sausages screen there. So we'll be able to stay with both teams' action. And if one of them gets in a little bit of trouble or we get a little bit more action, we'll switch quickly over to the other match. A team they are seeing a little bit past that scavenger mark, just west of the hills where they landed. Not a very common place that we've seen throughout play thus far. However, has been one of the more popular places kind of in free play. Team Cutthroat, one of the more passive teams early game, really focuses on acquiring recon spots, understanding where the circle is, and trying to play for that late game setup. More shots ringing out from distance. The thermal scope of the cover-up sliding up now. Trying to take more shots, possibly wallbang the situation here. Getting shot at now from the side of his teammates push up. One knocked. I'm going to try to get on the high ground here looking for him. No visual yet. He's going down the staircase now. Has one reses the teammate. The other one tries to locate where this lost opponent has gone. More shots ringing out. right in front. He's dropping some bodies against him as well. And there he goes, folks. He's down and out. Facing against a storm cloud, and that storm cloud was very powerful as we get our first gulag of the night. 2 players down. Hopefully that last player will be able to escape that situation that they have there. 3-on-1 didn't seem to play in their favor too much as that player was able to hold a little bit of a kitten corner and put 2 of the 3 members down. Gulags ahead for 2. Here we go. We're going to slide right into that gulag. Here comes the Desert Eagle moving to the right-hand side, sliding up towards the midpoint. Sees him across the back spawn in the middle. Hits up 2 shots, 3 shots, nothing connecting. Gets blown up by their grenade. Good night. Oh, he stuck him right on the kneecap there, folks. That's not good for the jumping ability there. However, seems to be player B-Wash, one of the better players thus far for Team Cutthroat, able to win his ghoulie and heading back to the action to join his teammate Jaywood. We're going to continue to switch back and forth between the 2 teams here. Doesn't seem that the Vienna Solstice have found any opponents yet. This could be it right now, so we're going to slide on over to them. More shots ringing out from Emily in the window. Try to get in. It doesn't sound like we have any audio here. Oh, we do. They're just very low on that side. How is it on your side, guys? Let me know. If they're a little bit low on your end, let me know. I will turn them up as well. Now, this team is one of the quieter teams, so that could just be the case here. However, we want to make sure that you guys can hear all the action on your end as well. So please, let us know in the comments if anything needs to be turned up or anything like that, as we are proud to bring you some Ammo League action here tonight. Now, Emily, again, the lone female in the Ammo League. However, one of the few that actually utilizes those stims that you pick up along the way. Going to try to go up this hill here. Again, not seeing a whole lot as they're going to try to get this loadout drop here and set themselves up nicely early in this match. And there's only one crate here of this loadout, so they are alone up in this section of the map here. Up by the dam, we saw the Crusaders really utilize this spot and their success so far. As now we see on Team Cutthroat's side, bringing team captain Cool With It Jabri back. And now Team Cutthroat back at full strength. going to continue to loot the area here. Very low action here early in these first games for both of these teams. Kind of divvying up money, making sure they have UAVs available, UAVs as otherwise named. They're going to continue to do so and set themselves up nicely for the end match here. So they see players off in the distance, but they're not going to approach them quite yet. Going to keep their distance and try to remain at a good spacing here. Many of these groups play with each other off stream as well, as many of these teams are groups that usually play together and stay together throughout their time when they're playing any kind of video game here, not just Warzone. And there they are. Vienna Sausages also relying on recons early in this game, trying to play the circle as they potentially already have a few eliminations. You can hear them knowing that there's a team up ahead, possibly. There you go. You can tell the Vienna Sausage is much more relaxed than other teams in this competition as they communicate and they kind of talk in a little bit of a calm, humorous aspect, and that's not something you see in a lot of other teams. You'll hear the team Cutthroat a little more serious, a little more collected all the way through this match tonight. We're going to switch quickly over to Team Cutthroat now, as they are panning out where they want to go now, as they kind of are outside the train station on the north side of the promenade. Potentially seeing another team just behind them. They're going to try to get good position here to hopefully gatekeep that team moving in behind them. You could hear Team Vienna Sausages really making sure that they have all of their stuff together, getting in a lot of money and using it to set themselves up in a position to be able to be very successful in getting placement late game. Some of these teams either do one very well, either getting eliminations in a high regard, or getting very high placement points. Very few of them able to do both. The Vienna Sausages, one of those two teams. The Crusaders also able to do that. And we have the Rico's Roughnecks, who actually sit 3-2, one of the higher ranked teams in both eliminations and placement, as an explosion goes up right on the buy station. as they're going to lay up shots as the player just taking a knee right next to the bye as he drops one with the Graw. Now he's going to look for teammate, possibly number 2, looking around the corner. No sign and gets a little bit of tapped on him. So he's going to retreat, let his teammates come back to help him as he takes a little bit of solace behind this barrier. Going to try to reload, possibly throw on a few armor plates here, sappies if you will. And he's going to try to move around this corner. He's going to try to peek that corner, peek the buy station now. No sight of him still, so he's going to try to move through it. Possibly a few more shots ringing out here. Possibly in the distance. Not very close to the rest of this team, however. So we should be in a good place moving forward. Now you can hear both of these teams really communicating well now as this starts to get into the crucial parts. Both teams under that top 20 situation now, trying to set themselves up for a very good end game scenario. RPG sailing just a bit high. Going to try to move into the boneyard. Got to be careful here. A lot of teams usually holding that edge of the boneyard. Let's see if they do it without any competition from the right side here as they move towards the west, approaching that team that was also moving in. The team they planned on gatekeeping, but just moved a little bit too far west of them to do so. Here they are holding the backside of this house. Bounty collected. That is the team that they were searching for in the bounty. And there you go. So you could hear that. That was Tebow, team captain of the Vienna Sausages, discussing how they only have 7 eliminations on their end. So placement, very crucial on their first game of the night. There they go, sliding up now. Jabri a little bit further behind his teammates here. Cool with it. B. Wash and J Wood already in the thick of it here. More shots ringing out, and that is the bounty. There it is. A little bit of money ringing out for them. Going to continue up now. They're getting shots now a little bit on. There he is, throwing grenade inside. C4 as well. 2 C4s. Going to try to climb up and in now. Nothing seemed to hit. Or maybe they got him. They can't seem to. And there it is. They got him. Okay. So there it is. There's a few eliminations that Team Cutthroat looked for early. Now I imagine if the last of their games were any impression on what they do here, they'll probably grab that recon like they did, and they're going to try to move towards it and really gather a good understanding of where they should end up and kind of find shelter to last towards endgame. Right now at top 15, that's 2 points of placement on top of their eliminations. Again, each elimination worth 1 point. Their next placement point will be at top 10, where they'll get 4 points, where they sit at 2 currently. We're going to quickly switch back over to the Vienna Sausages here, holding inside. It looks like the building just outside of airport, possibly. Don't quote me on that. Yep, it looks like it is just south of the dam. Again, they're going to try to hold that area as well. Now, Emily's cam is covering the eliminations and the placement, so it's going to be a little tough to stick with it. However, that is what we're going to have to deal with on this side. we might end up switching over to another player's stream just so we can see the scoring on this side here. We'll see how that pans out as we move forward. Here we are, top 13 now here, as we're going to try and stay with the action moving forward. As we're going to try to switch that over right now for you guys so you guys can see it. As we're going to switch over to other MVP candidate watch list member, Cushy, as he now can show us where we stand in terms of placement. So we got 7 teams left on the other side here. Five eliminations for Cushy. And here you go, they're talking about that cam situation right now, trying to make sure that they can all be on the same page in terms of where that placement is. So both these teams now just kind of hanging out, trying to get that placement points up, because Vienna Sausage is at that 7th placement mark, I should say, brings 7 points. So 7th place, 7 points. That's easy enough for you guys to remember. After that, now is the top 4 is where they're trying to get to next, where they'll have 10 points for top 4. 7 eliminations thus far. With that 7th place, that's 14 total points. And a player coming right up the ascending up the elevator, or easy elimination. Don't want to come up here, folks. Another one. What are they doing? Just gifting them eliminations at this point. That's 2. That puts them at 9 eliminations. Another team wipe. And there they are. And so they need to get a top 4, and they'll be comfortably at 18 points, 19 points at this juncture. We're going to switch back over as Team Cutthroat has to move into a little bit more open space, possibly just south of the airport. Yep, just outside of storage room. This is going to be a very tough rotation here, as a lot of teams with high ground and a lot of different levels you have to maintain and keep an eye on, as they are just low of base level here. See a lot of open space there. The only house is the left side where that garage is. We'll see if they're going to remain there. Now, they're at the top 7 place, so we're going to keep going over to the Vienna Sausages, now in a top 5 possibly top 3 situation now. Shots ringing out now. Moving through with a P90. No loadout in hand for Cushy. Cushy going to try to move to the next little house, getting better position inside the next house. Circle's pretty large in terms of... He gets behind him. Rings out 1. Rings out 2. Snuck in. Got them both. That's 2 eliminations. Here we go. Top 2 teams now. 2 teams, 6 players remaining. This is a 3-on-3. Here we go. Circle still very large for both of these teams. A lot of space to be had. Going to run the car right down to him, hopefully. He's going to try to. We're going right at him. He sees a player. Looks like he missed him. More shots ringing out. Rung right out of player. Wasn't able to get him. He wasn't able to get enough momentum to run that player over, and Cushy's out. Another player down. 2 players down. 3 players down. And that is a second place finish for the Vienna Sausages. That is second place. That is a 31-point game to start. A 4th place finish. 4th place finish for Team Cutthroat, as they backed out and they don't get the picture. This has been a problem for Team Cutthroat every match thus far. They need to be much better about this here. That is 10 eliminations with the 4th place. As both these teams now able to get a few eliminations. And that brings the score to, after the first match, or first game of the night for either of these teams, that brings the total to 31 for the Vienna Sausages, 20 for Team Cutthroat. That has been one of the tough situations for Team Cutthroat, is trying to keep those scores up just long enough for their points to be taken in. However, luckily have a fan in the stands helping them out. That's a good start there. As now both these teams trying to put themselves in a good situation moving forward. Both teams getting ready to put themselves in a game here, as both of these teams get ready to drop in on their areas. We are going to take a quick break. We're going to leave the action up here for you guys. We hope you enjoy, and we hope you stay with us throughout the rest of the night of Ammo League action. We'll be right back. And we're back here, folks, as we're trying to get this audio underway, back into a good spot here. Not able to figure out why it's not able to pick up But we're going to try to figure this out. Please stay with us here as we try to get this situated. Please let us know if there's any issues on either end so we can really get this situated for both of you guys. Please. I'm not sure why it just turned off on my end, but we're going to try to get that figured out. As it was working earlier here, the audio was great before, but now we're having a little bit of trouble. Hopefully we're going to figure this out here. See if that fixes it.
Sorry, shield right there.
Alright, other dudes are on the
Here, 1 second.
So yeah, dude got raz on top of the dome.
More armor right here.
You need some armor? Come on.
What was that?
Sure. Right, you wanna push this building? It's 3 on 2.
Alright, hopefully that fixes everything, guys. I apologize. I know the audio is being a pain in the ass, but we're going to try to get this back to a good standing. Hopefully that is good for you guys. Please keep me up to date with any audio issues as we're going to continue to fix that as the time goes on here. More shots run out. We're going to try to get time on this.
Back out of that, back out of that.
More fights going on here.
Okay, that was the stupid position, I guess.
Oh god, damn, I'm so bad.
And it's a fight on the other
RPGs
side.
we could have handled it. Get out there,
I'll fly it.
Damn.
How's that, guys? How's the echo now on my mic? If that is better, we should be okay. Please let me know if there's any.
Yeah, he was just watching.
Contract updated. New objective identified.
I'm up in 1 round, so if you can guide me.
All right, and how are the levels too, guys? Hopefully the levels of each team are good now. A lot of moving parts in this studio trying to get everything together, but hopefully it is okay moving on.
Come on, bro.
What? It was right on his head. Oh my god.
Switching back over to the Vienna sausages here.
I put C4 next to it.
Somebody spray painted you.
Lovely.
Yeah, they spray painted your back.
Drop here.
So go ahead and pop that down.
I would have hit my.
Okay, score after 1. Score after first chance. Rope team is 31 to 20.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely
Shoot all this shit up.
All right, here we go, folks. The echo you hear is probably me just checking up on it, making sure that everything is okay. So I'm playing audio over a different device, making sure that it all is okay. But now we should be all set. Hopefully, moving forward.
The doors are closed.
Anybody doing that?
Hopefully, all the levels of both of these teams are able to be heard quite well. First games for each of these teams proved pretty good. Both going pretty long into their time span. Again, already over 30 minutes into their time. As Vienna Sausages were able to pull a second place finish. However, Cushy could not get the eliminations with the vehicle and got killed in the process. However, 20 points of placement. And some shots ringing out. Traded, but there's a player out a little bit further.
No, he's gonna finish me.
And he gets finished.
I'm guessing I probably don't need to come down there.
I would.
As a gulag is in effect for the Irishman. Here we go. Going right into his action alone. 7-2-5 in hand, moving towards the middle section, moving up to the right. Right ahead, 2 shots, bang, bang, see ya. going back to play.
Come here with me, Cushy. Come here with me, Cushy.
Okay.
Now they're going to try to meet back
Get
up here,
fucking
kind of
hit.
move back down towards the
Hit.
center of this map, possibly back on the weapons
Go
that
to
they
that
left
scab. Go
behind.
to that
Yeah, I was
scab.
straight in. Yeah, I was
We'll
straight
see if they can kind of put themselves in a good position as they are finding themselves a little bit of a sticky wicket, if you will,
Yeah, I guess we grump Scott. Or yeah, I guess we grump Scott.
having some difficult times ahead.
This is unlooted right here.
As Team Cutthroat a little bit more on the safer side, not really finding a whole lot of adversity, able to move through.
Is that car always there? Is that car always there? I'm not sure.
Able to move through military that I'm seeing on my other screen here. I'll give you the split screen look
Oh, yeah.
so you guys can see where we are.
Yeah, I'm coming right now. I'm just trying to get as much.
Is this
Wait, can they take it?
apartment complex here possibly?
Yeah, they did. They did Scott.
One of the more familiar places off the beaten path of the map here.
You wanna go up here?
A lot of little spots to kind of hit if you're looking to kind of get back on your feet after getting sent to the ghoulie. Loadout drop incoming, so it's going to be a pretty close,
Go for that. Yeah.
potentially not a lot of players around him. Oh, he gets some brush stroke to start.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab it.
It looks like a brush stroke, excuse me.
Okay.
And now he's being hunted. Only 2 players remaining for this
It couldn't have been that team because they were doing a scab.
Vienna Sausages team.
Fuck.
Damn, this circle covered whole.
We both been here already. Fuck. I kind of want to I kind of need that loadout.
Load out.
Yeah, go for the loadout. Go for the loadout. I think we go all the way over there to that scab.
Okay.
Yeah,
One
I'm
loadout.
Move up. I'm on it.
You want to take the water? No, just water.
Maybe yeah. Maybe just.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Okay.
It's gonna be on Superstar.
It's off the records on. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
There we go. Bounty averted. That was a quick one, so possibly team hunting them
Maybe the team.
found themselves at the other end of the stick and put down themselves. So now they have a little bit of money. Possibly going to get together now. Getting a little closer, closing the distance between the 2 teammates. And they're going to move themselves into a better position, possibly getting back their 3rd teammate. Looking at that scabby
I
off
really
in the
don't want to
distance.
go ahead right now because they're
Yeah.
fuck, we gotta go for it.
There you go. You can hear them talking about it right now, trying to get over to that scavenger, bring back that 3rd teammate. As Team Cutthroat finding themselves
Mark, let's move out.
One.
in the military base,
They got
uncontested,
one, so they didn't get many
Whole
kills.
kids
getting a whole bunch of money and loot.
Y'all plan on getting to the
More
helicopter when
recons
you're gonna
to
go.
come, I'm sure. Because that seems to be their
Y'all plan on getting the helicopter.
their strategy throughout each match they've played so far.
I don't see anybody, but.
Now, the good thing and the bad thing about that, playing for only recons and stressing the importance of placement, sometimes you don't get the early eliminations that you're looking for.
I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on
That
you.
has proven to be a good and a bad thing here. Almost like in basketball, live by the 3, die by the 3. They live by the placement and die by the placement, because if they don't pull out the placement they are looking for, they sometimes come up a little bit short. Battle of their own on the Vienna Sausage side, moving up the staircase, trying to find it down. Knocks one down. Elimination. Now he's going to look another guy up the stairs. Hits up a few shots, not enough. And he's done. See ya.
Get to the right side of the map. I want to get on the right side of the
That
map.
player came up with the cover up, one of the more precise
Not the right side, but the right side of the map.
SMGs with the thermal scope. No placement points to be had. Let's see what the eliminations stand for here.
We win the game, we'll get kills.
The only kill we're gonna get.
They didn't take it, so we're going to see what happens there.
I bet you niggas already in the
Yeah,
tower.
if we were in Gulag, we'd.
Yep,
Well,
already up there.
Never
As
really
another
know,
player
though. You
probably
got
got
ace.
those placement points,
Real quick.
or placement picture, I should say, as we're going to switch back over to Team Cutthroat, and Team Cutthroat alone has only 4 eliminations in that one. So we're still early in the time. So I imagine that score won't stick. However, they sit now at 35 points on the night.
Good, huh?
And that 35 to 20 lead
Renders here if you got
is going to be in a good spot
Damn, I'm trying to find
I
one.
was just about
going
to
into
do
their
that.
next game. Still 45 minutes remaining.
Hey.
Team Cutthroat comfortably into their 2nd game of the
You
night.
scared, bucko?
If you're looking for more action later on, we have 2 more matchups at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Ready for recon
So
flyover.
about an hour away from those 2 games kicking off. As we have the Big Apes sitting at 4-1. They're only lost to this Team Cutthroat team. looking to continue their hot ways. Facing off against Rico's Roughnecks, one of the better teams that have just found themselves at the wrong end twice this year, sitting at 3-2. So that is another great matchup we have in store for you. The other matchup at 10 p.m., the Grumpy Pickles looking to stay on the right path, sitting at 2-3 after starting off a little bit slow. Now starting to pick up momentum moving forward in this early season. The team they face, the Toast Herd, who picked up their first victory just last match. They're looking to keep that going, as they are thought they are kind of ending against some teams that have just had really good nights, and they just haven't been able to beat their best night. However, a 36-31, not even close to their best night, proved to be their better win and their first win on this season thus far. Getting the heli now, trying to drop down, pick their team up. Second team today in this one that we've seen at the Dam. Dam proving to be a little bit more popular tonight. More shots ringing out from the mountaintop to the right-hand side. A lot of shots as the teammates hop on either side of the helicopter to try to evade some bullets here.
Shut up.
Let me switch seats.
As we're going to try to stay with both of these matches. However, still early in the other one here for the Vienna Sausages. Not yet starting their next one. Just breaking that 45 minutes time.
I see that big ass building.
Jumping on one of the many fire stations here.
Didn't make it.
Seems to be the one just short of the storage town.
The big one.
You can still get over there if you want to.
That's the one I'm marked.
They have more than enough money, but not really using it to get UAVs and such like that. Just kind of holding on to a whole lot of money, and now B-Wash being hunted. We'll see if this.
Right here.
We'll see if this kind of
Things to do on top of this house.
plays into a negative spot for them, as they're not really utilizing what they have here. All the money they were able to collect,
Statues in here.
landing at military base uncontested.
A satchel?
Statue.
Statue.
Boy, gas mask up here.
And just came up across a lot more loot as well. Gas masks, everything they need. These are some things that you need as they get close to approaching that 20th place placement, the first start of that placement point. Not a whole lot, but there's the first UAV. Trying to plan out where their movement will take place.
We know where they are when the threat turns to color. We know where they are.
We're going to keep Team Cutthroat on the big screen, but just had to put the Vienna Sausages in that bottom corner for you.
LED armor.
Be advised, UAV is bingo.
Oh shit.
No idea, bro.
Shots ringing out. Player on top. Gets two of them. Self-revive, not in time. See you later.
A scav to get money.
Switching over to the hybrid scope.
Oh, grenade launcher.
One scab.
Ghoulie, can't you see?
I have an RPG.
That is where you're meant to be. Here we are now looking to get another elimination here. Potentially running around the circle there. Able to see B-Wash fighting in this. Ghoulie, both running out of ammo with the 7.25. Flag in play. No one wants it. And he loses the Ghoulie, so it comes down to Jay Wood, it seems. Or, I'm sorry, Cool with it. Pistol shots from away. Doesn't hit, but he gets hit a lot. Throws out the stun, the tactical. Throws out the lethal. A lot of shots, nothing hitting. And he done.
He was just up top lane.
The pitchforks are out, folks. They are going to march out of the play here as they are down to one player remaining. As he's just going to buy him right back, and no worries, folks. We're in it.
They better not talk no more shit.
At least I thought one of those players lost their ghoulie. It seems that he might have bought them both back already very quickly. That's where that money comes in handy, I suppose, folks. They held on to that money, were able to get their funds back together. And don't worry, we're the 3 best friends that anyone can have.
I'll buy UAV.
Okay.
Here we are, both teams trying to get themselves back to a standing level here.
Taking the RPG.
I'm gonna buy another UAV.
As even after Team Cutthroat
And I'm probably gonna
lost 2 of their members and they lost their ghoulies, even though they don't get the ghoulie elimination points, they still are able to put their team back together and end up where they wanted to be. Here we go, airstrike on the Vienna sausages right now, so they're going to try to find shelter inside this house. Looks like to be just south of the boneyard, yep. So they're going to try to hold that area here.
I think it is 2. No, there's 2.
Try to find who is putting some attack on them right now.
Red.
There he is right here. A lot of shots ringing off. Down, headshot. Good night, team white. See ya. Let's go. Now we're moving on. Vienna sausages trying to put themselves in a good standing early on in this one. Right now we are watching Cushy.
I need to get my loadout. Good God.
Lost my ghost.
Okay, we have enough for another
Normally we'd be
UAV.
watching Dancing Queen, the lone female Emily. However, her
I need one.
camera usually blocks the placement and the elimination, so this just makes it a little bit easier to see
Okay.
and stick with it throughout the match here.
He watched one. He watched one. He was just chasing each other. They were running around a circle.
Here they are, Vienna sausages still trying to bring together a little bit more money as he passes a pretty large stack in the bathroom. I don't know if he saw it. I imagine he did not. He's going to throw a proximity right on the buy station.
Yep, right.
Diabolical.
Let me get my C4 real quick.
Maybe he's going to see it this time.
Nope.
Nope, he does not. He's going to continue out to the window. Not going to touch that chest as well. He's just going to keep moving here. As more players are in a fight themselves, player getting downed.
I can precision. Airspace too crowded. How about fuck yourself?
You can hear Cushy not very excited about that little glitch of airspace too crowded. More shots ringing out, hits a few. Going to throw on a sappy or 2 and continue on around this edge.
Wait, orange ping?
We pop up on the heartbeats now.
More shots ringing out. Downs 1. One of the few that uses this X9 here.
No, I just fucking precision
He
myself.
just put the precision right on himself. A very tough situation there. Has to move away. Gonna try to hold the area here. He can at least use that to give him some cover to get away and get a better angle. Hopefully the team doesn't see him moving on the outside.
Are they on top or not?
2 players down, 1 in the ghoulie. More shots ringing out, can't hit. More shots ringing out, still can't hit. Working this column here, trying to get around. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes. Who's gonna fall down? It's that man right there. He's gonna go back to play. Let's get it. Oh, more shots. Can't escape here.
Okay, so I think we moved. Okay,
He got out of it. He got out of it. He got out of it.
There's more shots ringing out here. We're going to switch back it on over to Team Cutthroat in a battle of their own. Teammate down. There he goes. He's going to try to self-res. We're going to get a little tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. They're all back to full health here. B-Wash, of course, going to try to throw on some sappies. Get back to full health himself. More shots ringing out on a player floating in above. Got the down there. It's going to be one that they're going to have to try to finish as it's inside that house. Kill confirmed. There we go. Now he's going to try to come up this stair here. I was going to Gulag on the other screen. Gulag moving through. Trying to get around. Origin in hand. Peeking to the left-hand side. Nothing. Going all the way across the other spawn. Shots off. Nothing. He done. We're going to continue here with the Team Cutthroat. Looking at shots across this rooftop here.
I mean, just try to do the scam. Just try.
A person on the buy station just bought someone back. However, wasn't able to see it. Wasn't able to get enough of an eye on that player. There he is. Sees him way above, ringing out shots in space here, spacing shots.
Streamlabs. Ethan followed me. Thanks. And hello there, Ruck. Hello. All the Rucks are in the chat.
Oh, he went over to the superstore.
We're going to continue to see some shots here through Superstore. Probably landing on that loadout drop, I imagine.
He's going to that loadout drop, I think. Right over here, be watch. Lab mark right here too. You got sniper? Right here. Sniper right here.
Yeah, you'll be able to get one of us.
Locate the player, trying to take little pop shots from distance.
Dude,
Let me actually, I need to get my phone, so I don't have to keep doing that.
Kills, fellas. We gotta clean up right now.
we need to get a win.
Team come by.
Underneath. Yeah,
There
underneath us.
we go.
I hear him coming up, creeping.
Alright, now I can just see everybody.
Yeah, he's on your side.
I don't hear him no more.
More shots ringing out now.
Oh, bro.
Possibly getting a good head spot. Oh, from behind! Sneaky. Coming up backside of that. 1 down, 2 down.
My door.
B-Wash able to revive the down teammate here. Cool with it back up. Trying to get everything he can here.
Close your doors back.
Gonna close all the doors, but another player possibly nearby. Gonna try and find him. Eliminate the target. Let's see if they can do it. Top 10 scenario here. Approaching that top 7.
This one's still in front of J-Wood.
Holding that peek on that window.
He's at the fire station too.
Yo, I have money if you want to stay.
Another player being brought back on the Vienna Sausage side. More shots ringing out here for Team Cutthroat.
You're right here.
You get him?
Get him, go get him.
We're going.
Now they're on the chase.
Oh yeah, I got money. Come to the buy station.
They're on the chase here, folks, looking for him. Like a lion hunting a gazelle, trying to get down the staircase. Now they're going to retreat like they're the gazelle all of a sudden. Getting back up to the rooftop. Shots ringing out, and another Vienna Sausage is down. Looks to be cushy.
Yeah, if you can res me,
He's
it's gonna
below
get
us.
you.
He's below us. He
Yeah.
ran all the way down.
Yeah,
He ran all the way down.
Top 7 now.
Right, I'm gonna drop you my money right here.
We got gas.
They're going to have to move. And a lot of open space below.
I know for sure.
Please, man, get in here. Landing on us. I'm running. I don't have a gun.
Another buyback in session right next to them. They're not going to look at it. They're going to try to find some teams moving across. Holding that spot as the gas mask is cracking a little bit, but doesn't matter. Going to continue to move across this. But a lot of it moving out. And now he's jumping. Not a lot of shots hitting. Let's see if he can escape here. Not a lot of health left for him.
You might just.
And there he is. Down he is. That was a very tough spot to rotate to so late, as all those teams were set up in just kind of eyeing him down.
Behind the rock by the train, by the
You good, big? Intact. Nope. I'm looking behind us. I don't see nobody behind
he's
us.
right to your.
Where?
J-Wood. He's over here. He's over on my green mark. He's over there.
Man, somebody else over here.
That rock.
Now they're down.
He's over by those rocks.
More shots bringing out to get 1 down.
Good shit.
Good shit.
Looking off into space here, trying to get the full. They get the confirmed there. At least 2 eliminations for this young man here. 5 eliminations on the team thus far.
Good shot.
Strike ringing out in space. Smaller circle here than we've seen. Now they got a positive circle. Teams have to move to them. Good placement. Top 2 here. Looking out in space. Try to find him. 2 on 2. You can hear him communicate. Let's listen in.
Broke his shield on the guy behind the hay.
At least 2 shit games.
To your left, J-Wood. To your left.
More shots ringing out. We got some shots in space. He's going to hide behind the hay barrel. More shots ringing out. Getting hit. Knock 1 down. He gets him. Looking for the last player. Not going to res him. More shots ringing out. He gets down. And he's out. Another 2nd place finish. The 2nd one of the night. Can't seem to get the dub. However, that's good of 20 points of placement. Let's see where the eliminations sit. 6 eliminations with the 20 points of placement. That is good for a 26, and that'll push their total to 46 thus far. You know, it's going to put them in a good spot. Still 2 very good games. Still 2 games that put themselves above the 20 mark. And only 2 scores so far. And Vienna Sausage is a quick exit on their last match, or last game rather.
Guaranteed.
Putting themselves at 35 points. So, Cutthroat with an 11-point lead to this point. We're going to take a quick break as these games get back to it.
Bro,
And before they get back into it, we'll take a quick view. Thanks.
Christ, something is wrong with the desk. Gas is closing in. We need to exfil now.
Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute and make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's not a clap. I'm laughing fair. I'll be falling through the mud where the vision saw clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone. Flash up, trap house, nothing unforgiven. Every day's a blessing. Thank the Lord how I'm living. See me riding with my top down. I'm crossed around, head of blessing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to drop back into the action. Just under a half hour remaining as we see Vienna is getting a few eliminations early here, just inside the military base. More shots ringing out. Only a pistol in hand for Cushy. Cushy very low on health here. Has to rely on his teammates to apply some sort of cover as he works the left-hand side. Gets the down, gets the elimination. There they go. Good start. 5-0 Vienna Sausage. Now this is where they're going to try to loot quickly here, try to put themselves in position to be strong towards the middle of this game. End games have been good to them if they can get there. Haven't been able to do so besides the first one, getting that second place finish. The last two being quick exits. Looking to get back to their strong ways here, averaging over 70 points a match.
Further out. Further out.
Cushy with the sniper in hand, thermal ringing through the window, seeing some shots. Not able to see him. Now team moving in the background.
Window again.
Trying to wallbang, not able to connect.
I tried to ping it. It doesn't let me fucking ping it.
Try to see some more here.
That wasn't back here?
Player running away, downs him in space as he exits. See you later, son. You can't run away from the bullet.
I'm gonna get round ammo.
Yeah, I'm down.
Gonna try to res this young man now. Able to get inside here. It might have been. It might be.
Okay. Alright, we'll come down to you. Yeah, I see.
Damn. I'm really mad my cluster didn't do.
Takes a shot low on ammo now. He's going to try to move in with the Purist. The M4 ringing shots out now. All body, all shield. Then as we try to get some shots in, RPG from the way back. Going right towards it.
Oh my God,
throwing it
right
inside. Does it hit? It does. Oh boy, what a tactical decision that was.
Every time as soon as I jump out, dude.
Good night. Teammate dead there. He gets another one. Teammate dead, eliminated. Who else is next? Cushy holding his place strong. Another player coming through the window. That's a team wipe. Thank you, sir.
Good job.
Proceed down the
We
aisle.
already got 7. Good job. Good job, Fishy.
That's a good showing from one of the MVP candidates. Cushy 99. The Irishman.
Got a gas mask.
We're in separate gulags.
Both his teammates, however, find themselves in the ghoulies. Gonna have to try to find a way out.
Good job.
And there's one of them returning.
Let's go.
There's two, and now they're back to full strength here. Oh boy. Be aware, folks. Vienna sausages, they're on the stove, they're cooking.
Hell yeah.
We can go there or we can go back
Okay, we're sitting on 9 right now.
Sacho as well.
You can parachute off that one, B.
I'm gonna lead some builds over here.
I wasn't on the top though.
It's a good start.
They're able to put themselves in a position now,
Start.
trying to make sure that they're good. Just under a half hour remaining
They gotta drop
before
hot
that
military.
timer runs out.
Just drop all your
They have to
cash.
start thinking about,
Stop purist. Like,
are they going to have enough time for
Trying
one
to
more
make-
game? If this one turns out to be a good one, they should have time for one more, but that should be the last one. Trailing by 11, still a lot of time left. Only 2 scores put in by both teams here.
we can get a loadout.
I like
soon.
them. They're the best strike, but that shit is trash.
Yeah, we can get a loadout.
They're trash.
My shit.
Actually, Team Vienna able to put in their last score, but it was still that early game of leaving there. Only 5 points, so they're at 40 currently with 3 scores in pool.
So I have a loadout.
I'm gonna put that bitch on my shit.
I think they do.
gonna drop the rest of my money.
More. 100 more.
Everybody needs some shells or something.
Money.
Got some cash here.
We have enough. We have enough. We have
I
enough.
got you.
I'm gonna drop you my money.
It's all good. It's all good. I have enough.
Alright,
Here we are, folks.
Yeah, I got you. I can drop you.
Excuse me, we're going to switch that back over here so you guys can see the score on your screen as well. Here we are, 40 to 46 in favor of Team Cutthroat. Team Cutthroat only 2 scores put forth, a 20 in their first, 26 in their second.
Yeah, yeah.
Vienna Sausages had a 31-point bomb in the first one, but haven't been able to put anything together, putting up a 4 and a 5 thus far. However, this match for them on the small screen to your left-hand side should be one of their better ones. Hopefully able to put together big points, already enough kills to knock off their low
Remember,
score
there
of
is a
4.
ammo thing in there as well.
So they're already gaining points, already in the right direction. As long as they
how much
pan
do
this
you-
one
I know
out,
we do have
it'll
enough.
be a long night.
7, how much for you?
If you're looking for more action in 40 minutes, we have 2 more matchups. As the Big Apes sitting at 4-1 face off against the 3-2 Rico's Roughnecks. On the other side of the 10 p.m. matchups, the Grumpy Pickles sitting at 2-3, trying to get back to 500. Facing off against the Toast Herd, who won their first match last match, looking to continue.
I reckon there's probably gonna be people on this before them.
Let's turn
Okay,
the top of the
more
building.
kills. We got our loadouts now.
Both teams, loadouts in hand, feeling strong, feeling good. And try to keep it moving.
That the loadout.
Cutthroat loot moving through downtown.
Kind of in area.
Knowing where the bounty is, I wonder if they're going to try to move towards it. This might be part of their usual game plan. Early eliminations. Once you get those eliminations, you're not going to search for any more. And then they're going to try to wait to get more eliminations in that placement situation. Top 10, really as those points start to climb, that's when you're going to get a few of your picks and try to get a few more eliminations in that
Can we get
succession.
on top of this building right now?
Yeah, no, Ethan told me it's.
He gets no credit. He's on the villain.
Switching back over.
Get that one, yeah.
Vienna Sausages here.
Right above me, shit.
Yeah, there's
3 more
there's
military,
3 more,
actually.
yeah, none of them
As
good.
Vienna
So
Sausages
in
already
there,
have their
there's 3
recon,
recons, 2
a
scouts,
lot of
1
space, but they know they're going to finish in
Mark on
that
the grid. Let's go.
military base
We have
area.
enough for, UAV
Potentially
too.
in the top left corner towards the dam. Yes, it's going to finish towards the dam. So that is always a difficult ending circle. If that circle holds the dam in play, you want to make sure you're at the top of it, not the ones climbing up, because you're not going to make it.
Oh, really?
Found himself climbing back down. Now we're getting close to the top, to the 20-minute mark.
Something about the final circle. They're actually like
1, 2, 3.
directly towards us.
1. Damn it.
Loot right here.
There's our
Probably
other
theirs as
loadout.
well.
you jump off?
Nope. That's not, yeah, there's not.
Behind the thing.
They're jobbing for the
Can we
loot.
push that? Is this him?
Let's ambush.
Let's go.
Down.
Let's go.
Shots ringing out. We got a down there, folks.
9, where are you?
Potentially moving down.
Oh, wait, they're going to the fire
Team
station.
Cutthroat side here. Reloading.
Nobody's been here.
Vienna Sausages finding themselves in a battle of their own. Helicopter overhead.
Yo, we can bombard them. They're still in the chopper. Oh, one flew out. One flew out. One flew out.
Now they're going to try to get on top of them here, moving towards the action. Gotta love it. Vienna Sausages in a little bit more of an open space, cushy, moving to the right-hand side, trying to get a good angle on them.
Okay. It's alright.
Helicopter out of play now.
Recon in there or what?
That window, that window, that window.
It's
Oh,
only
yeah.
17
How many are
seconds,
there?
though. Only 17
One
seconds.
minimum.
Moving towards the right-hand side here, trying to find a little bit of a crease here to slide some bullets in.
I do.
Right window is what they said. Right window is what they shall get.
Yeah.
Shots ringing out, hiding behind a tree. It's not the limberest of trees, but it'll do. Gonna try to move now. Now he should have stayed behind the trees and get to cover. Nope, that's a fence. And he's gonna try to stay around it, but can't seem to get anything of cover. Just gonna try to play an angle here. Just shield it up. Now he's gonna try to move
I'm watching it
inside.
jump up.
He didn't get it.
Moving in.
No, he got it.
Yeah, he
5 in hand.
Are they
C4
up in there
ringing through the
still?
window. Nothing.
I'm
Yeah,
pushing in.
Popping up on the hard code.
I got nothing. Oh yeah, they're gonna be inside window slash up
One's
top. So.
southwest.
Not
Trying to throw
terrible.
one in, throws a second one in.
I don't know how good
Yeah,
of
they-
a
Trophy
yeah,
system.
I told you he was up there.
Should we even push this?
Probably not, but we can't really get away without them sniping on us. So.
Both teams finding themselves in
We did.
difficult situations here, fights of their own.
Let's take the truck. Let's take the truck, yeah?
As now Vienna Sausage is going to try and
He's right
escape
he's right
here.
Hostile.
Not finding it to be a good benefit to them to fight this battle.
Still
We're going
getting
to switch over.
I
Team
just don't
Cutthroat
like
in a
this
battle of
push.
their own.
Yeah.
One player down, getting revived on the staircase. Try to climb up. Teammate revived. We're in good graces now, folks. We're going to try to
Come here.
get a little bit of money together. Possibly buying
I
a
know.
new Av, maybe a self-revive of their own.
They're set up. They're gonna.
Come down here. Come down here. With me.
Christ,
Yeah, what?
Just jump into the. Just come here.
She just
You gotta jump into the truck with me. You ready? Come over here to the edge. Come over here to the edge.
don't start.
Fuck. Okay. Hurry up.
Oh
Hurry
my
up. Come on.
god, hurry up.
Up in the back,
I'm
up in the back.
finished, Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna check the, okay, so, fucking hell, was there a recon taken from bunker?
Both these teams now finding a little bit of a
Alright, well,
slow down area, trying to gather themselves and put themselves in a position here
I knew
to,
that was gonna happen.
as another player goes down below,
Someone just ran
helicopter off the top, trying to peek down, trying to peek up, can't see anything, gets the player back up though, teammate revived, back to full strength here as he's going to try to hopefully
Were they
put a
on
few
this side?
sappies on
Right
and
here. Let's push him together.
Yeah. I got no more
get him back to even.
No way.
As Cushy goes
I'm
down,
getting shot from the back.
helicopter going down as well, looking for players in the sky, can't seem to find them.
We're so
Someone
discombobulated.
jumped out of a helicopter.
They're at the higher building. They're at
Where
the
were you?
higher
That was an awful
Well, I was
push.
up
That was
there
an
and they
awful
just
fucking
shot
push.
building. Yeah.
Ghoulie,
Emily, just get out if you can.
Okay.
Ghoulie
Let's
here
get outta
for
here.
the Vienna Sausages. You can
We
hear.
gotta be
This
better
is the
than that.
first
We gotta be
time
way
we've
better
heard
than
them
Popping up
communicate
up there.
We don't stand a chance in playoffs.
There's,
playing like that.
with a
there's
little
people
bit
in
of discomfort here.
training ground.
Nah, they're gonna be
Oh, right here,
The
man.
first game they've seen a little bit of tough times as Team Cutthroat laying down the smackdown here. Moving in.
He's getting popped. He's getting popped.
Playing
You gotta
C4,
get-
not
try to
long
get
enough.
somewhere
Possibly
safe.
going to pick it up, possibly not. We're going to see what they're going to do. Blown up, see ya. One player down, going to try to revive him in open space. RPG ringing out. EOD, he got himself there. Going to try to self-res. Player moving in now. One down, two down. All three. What a disastrous play for Team Cutthroat.
Up at the buy station.
As they're ghoulie bound, folks. Now both teams not putting up good plays on either side. Possibly the tight situation here getting to both.
I thought they had jumped out the window.
Oh, no, you had already used your overtime before.
Right, we need
B-Wash winning his ghoulie. Gonna head back.
3.
That's on me.
The
Whatever you
goo.
do one. Pick one. Nah, you do. Give it.
And we get a gulag here.
Drop it.
Origin shotgun in hand. Gonna slide up towards the middle. Using his broken column as cover. Peeking to the right hand side. 4 shots, nothing in return. Bang, bang. See.
Don't go to the loadout. They just fucking camping the loadout. It's not even another loadout over there. They just sitting there.
Okay.
Go back to that split screen here.
There's still a shit
Somehow
ton
I
of
See
see
shit
Team
stuff in the
Cutthroat
military,
holding
though.
up above.
We can hit that load out later.
Not yet into that top 20 situation. Vienna Sausages on their end.
Are you still
Alright, well, do we want
Back
get
to
our loadout
full
then?
strength.
Yeah, we can go for that
Get over
loadout.
there?
And there's still a shit ton of stuff.
have found themselves in a top 20, a little bit ahead of the other match on the Team Cutthroat side. So we're going to stick here.
I mean, yeah, we can do that.
Well,
They'll probably reach the tougher situations a little bit sooner.
you two got it. I have fucking PTSD.
I only got 40.
Just put it on top of it.
We got 46 or 40.
Now this is something very rare of this Vienna Sausage team. A little more space found between the three of them. Usually hold hands very well through different areas. Now finding themselves a little more spread. Let's see if this pays dividends or hurts them in the end.
There's a heli. Me. Leave me alone. Please don't get out here either. I would rather like get to my
Helicopter nearby. They see it in space.
Probably the same fuckers. They hopped out. They hopped out. One guy. I saw one guy hop out.
Really? Fuck off.
Yeah, there's people
Both these teams
They must know.
now in
Well,
under
it's gonna end
15
somewhere around
minutes.
there, most likely. So it makes sense.
So this is going to go down to the wire, and they'll have time for one more.
Try not to bother them for
I
now.
really want my loadout.
We
These
really
people,
can't do
these
a
people
lot.
might still be in here. So I'm kind of shitting about. You get your loadout, yeah?
Grabbing mine right now.
Really like my decision. No, not yet. I'm making my way there.
Contract updated.
Where do we want to go? I guess we gotta post up somewhere.
And he makes his way over to his
Yeah, at this point, I
loadout,
think we might be set to play,
able to
but
put himself
twice
back
more
into a
than
good
he can
position
still
here.
go.
Stick
not,
with
we're
his
gonna get pinched.
M4,
We don't have,
MP5
like-
Hold
loadout.
on, don't pick them up yet. Or don't pick them
Yeah,
up
we
yet.
gotta hold something down.
Let me
We
find
definitely
mine.
can't take this
Cover up
place.
style with the-
RPG, we're dead.
Yeah.
Where'd you mark? Ooh, isn't that towards the people?
Yeah, people are in there. Right.
45 round mag.
Pushing out.
Interesting.
Wait, is he pushing out? Pushing out? Like, as in moving?
Yeah, sniper.
From there?
And there you go. You can see
Yes,
the little bit
yes,
of glint off
On the
the,
right ping.
I
off
think
the
we just go
section
back.
here. He's going to try to find a way to get
Get
a little
back over
cover.
here. Get back over here.
However,
Get back over
Cushy
here. Oh,
finding himself in open
Where's the
space.
sniper?
Not a lot of cover here. Just a
It's
few
behind
rocks.
us.
Come down,
We're
retreat,
pinched.
yeah.
We are pinched.
There's
And this is
people
not
in-
a situation that the
people
Vienna
in
Sausages
there.
wanted to find themselves in.
We're literally
Pinched between couple
I
teams
don't know.
here.
We don't-
Not
we
yet
don't have
finding
anywhere
themselves in the
to go.
top 10 scenario.
I'm not there, but we can load out.
We're not. Well, I'm just going to tell you, we're going to lose the fight, whichever one we go. We're going to
Cash
take
right here,
a
cash right
sniper
here.
what we have.
Do we go in the standing ground then?
There we go. People
Yeah, people
moving
are here.
in towards the right-hand side. They're going to try to hide.
Where?
Not a lot of shots. They've marked both of them. Well done. So they're going to move, try to get back to each other. Now this is what they do very well. Moving together, trying to stay in
just in the
close
dead
proximity to each other. Shots ringing out from both sides now. He has to find a spot to hide. Precision airstrike
That
incoming.
team from ahead of us is
Get in, get in.
in the bunker.
Trying to hold this wall.
Shut
No
the damn door,
sappies to
please.
put on. Just has to rely on his health regenning.
Pushing the door
Getting
open.
shots from
Oh my
outside
God,
now.
there's
He's going to have to
people
try to move
everywhere.
back inside. Not able to escape.
Yeah,
Not
no, just stay
enough.
there. Honestly, just stay there.
That's a very tough situation for the Irishman.
there's a
Going
team,
down.
Be careful.
In that bunker, the team
Two
I got
players
killed
remaining.
from is in there, my green marker.
6
There's
kills
a
right
team
now.
This
in
camp,
here.
we
and
literally
there's
just
a
have
fire station.
6 kills on the Team Cutthroat side.
This is hilarious. We're 14.
Well, I feel like 10 kills. Yeah, just play the kills.
So now they're going to have to stay together here and try to work their way through this last match.
Oh, people right outside. Be careful. Listen closely.
In the city.
This is
Try to listen
not
close.
where they want to be. Almost a 2x2 room.
No,
They're just going to try to have to
Yeah, if he's got RPG, you're fucked.
hold placement, and
I know,
hopefully the
but we
circle
can't do anything.
doesn't
Literally, there's nothing.
push them
Yeah,
too
there's literally
far
nothing.
away.
People
But they have to run across open areas where they surely won't make that run. That jaunt will certainly end their game.
Yeah, because I have to move it up to a second. Look at the bottom of that.
I'm going to quickly hop over.
Yeah, I would just keep an eye on that window.
Team Cutthroat
so we can see you
They coming into the city. They finna get poked.
approaching now,
They're going to buy station.
breaking that top 20 mark, so still a lot of time remaining in theirs. You heard
I know.
6
Like I said,
eliminations
it's
on their
fine.
end. A bounty poach, so they get a little bit of extra cash there.
Anything more would be
Oh,
fucking
right here,
crazy.
right here.
More players
Oh,
marked,
shit.
so they're going to try to get to the high ground,
Just-
maybe get a few eliminations there.
All people
Team
just lay low. Don't even look for
the
shots. Don't
Vienna
even look for
Sausages
shots.
now peeking out the window.
It's the people that built
Cushy
the
with an
sheriff.
MP7 in hand.
They was shooting.
I popped this
Guy
dude.
running right into the household. That's another elimination of a player just hopping into a box that they're
Well,
camping.
that was the team from bunker, wasn't it?
They've been very lucky. 3 eliminations on the match tonight.
I mean, obviously we would look for shots.
Strictly just from players running into a spot where they were earlier.
I'll take those shots. I'll take
Ascending up into the air traffic control tower.
Yeah, I do.
They were
I'm fully loaded.
held up in.
Under 60.
If you got one, you can drop
Able to
on
get
top
2
of it.
eliminations that way before. Another one
How
here.
much do you have? How much do you have?
Approaching that top 10 scenario.
Take the 60 shots. Take the 60 shots. I don't need it.
Knock them right over here. You can hear them though.
They're under here.
Down to 2 players here. Tebow, the team captain.
He's from over there.
Right in
Dancing
there,
Queen,
underneath us.
the lone female of the Ammo League.
Okay, I got 4.
A lot of eliminations for this one. Placement is key here.
That's one. Other one is.
I told you
Okay,
that's
10.
More shots ringing out on the Team Cutthroat side. Sniped from space.
Okay, if you lie down, you can't see you.
B-Wash trying to revive him quickly.
Or-
Is he going to be able to do it? He does. He gets him up.
I submitted all. I've submitted all of our
Sappy's being thrown on now.
Dude, still underneath us.
More snipers hearing
gotta go.
shots from elsewhere. Trying to move to the circle now.
I mean,
Very
our best case
difficult
scenario
run.
is
They
that
have to
nobody left is
use the
behind us.
landscape to their advantage here.
That building there on my green marker. I'm just gonna keep an eye on the map.
Going to continue to move in. We're going to stick with the Vienna sausages here.
There was a team here. The team that killed me was there, so they're probably
See where this circle puts them here. Hopefully not too far away.
We're in. We're in.
As they're in the circle, what a beneficial circle that is. All that space, and it ends right on top of them. Now they found themselves top 10 situation, holding out now to try to find the top 7, where they'll get 7 points, opposed to what they currently have of 4 placement points.
One more for 7.
Lots of eliminations.
We know how to do a free throw. I'll say that.
Lots of eliminations here for this sausages team, and possibly a few more if they
Let's go.
stay around for end game. Now they're in top 7.
It's fire station.
This will surely knock off their 4-point gain they currently
We're
have.
right here until we can't.
9 minutes remaining.
Oh, I need that.
Yes, we got
Oh,
it.
that's big.
No,
Okay.
No, I have overkill.
Okay, you have overkill.
This will definitely be. This game should
Anytime I
end in
drop back
time
in
to
and I
start
don't have
another
any
one,
ammo, I just
as
go
long
like
as they
this.
act quickly. This circle's still very wide. They're going to have to wait for this
Just
circle to
on that
close.
Two more.
But they are in the circle, so they don't have to move. Hopefully a team, again, slides into their back pocket.
Just do easy. You geometry win all the time.
Left it on the 3rd floor. And then on this side.
We're gonna
I'm not
compete in
here.
a duo quad thing tomorrow night on players.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's
Do you see that?
Me and the Vaini about to start making
I
bangs.
don't see it. Oh, I see it. It's
Yeah, I got some
it's right
man.
over here. Out in the open too.
When it's on open,
Team Cutthroat still putting themselves together, holding this red roof here.
They going
A lot of high ground, however, a lot of space if you're not on the pocket side.
How many rounds are there?
Hold on.
They're running across the street. They're running across the street.
Depends on how far you go. I
We're going to keep
can be up like
Cutthroat on the
20
smaller screen here as we're getting closer and closer to that top 5 scenario for the Vienna Sausages. Now at 6,
Someone's fine.
I only saw one run across the
teams
street.
quickly fading here.
Yeah, it shows
There's
you.
one right there. Yeah.
Dots on that mountain there.
Oh, one more. Right here.
Footsteps running up to them,
There's
possibly.
always behind us.
Now they're going to have to move a little bit here. They're going to try to
Fifth,
find
Okay, so
a
there's
new shelter
Gotta shoot him.
to move to. However, they have a little time to do so.
Okay, I'm trying to do math here. Okay, so we're 2, and there's 4 other teams. Okay, so it's all trios, I believe.
Alright,
Okay, not anymore.
one more.
Top 4 now, so they got 10 points worth of placement. So everything now, every placement you see is worth an additional 5 points. 7 minutes remaining. Team Cutthroat
We
losing a
don't have
player
to
there.
choose, right?
Just trying to get out of there.
Take my 400. Just in case. I mean, I don't think it would.
Just get out of there. Don't worry about me.
Player running up here.
Alright, y'all gotta move. Okay, people on green. So there's a little wall over here, I guess you could kind
There
of.
they go. They're going to try to work this side angle here. Possibly going to try to peek outside and be able to move here.
Use that wall.
Player died right outside of them here. Shots already ringing out. They're going to have to find some kind of cover, and they can't. 4th place is all they're going to get. That's 10 points of placement. Let's see the eliminations they're able to ring in, folks.
That's not bad. We get another game.
There's no more.
It's okay. It's okay. That was a big
That 21 was
pick.
And that is a 21-point game for them, crossing out their 4-pointer. And so we're gonna go. Actually, we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch over to
Really happy with 7.
Team Cutthroat.
Squat out the doors, BOS.
Now in their top 10 situation. Shots ringing out. They got a bunch.
Pick me up.
Player getting downed, however, right outside the doorway. Gonna try to get him in.
3. 1, 2, 3.
We need some kills.
Shut those doors. I think the guy's coming in that door to zero.
Nothing to do.
I'll push him without zero.
I need some shields.
There we go.
I need
What's
some
that?
shields.
Is there more over there?
That last game by Team Vienna Sausages putting them at 57 points. So that is a 22-point swing, putting them up 11.
Yeah.
Let's go.
However, this score
Back this way.
for Team Cutthroat will add on to their total. 5 minutes remaining here. However, this could be their last if this one ends a little bit after that 5 minutes. We will keep an eye on the clock here, folks, as it is not in their benefit, as
It's 9:39. Just
Heartbeat.
Vienna Sausages
Moving up.
for sure getting into their last match, or last game right now.
They have 57 points right now.
Team Cutthroat
We have 46, but this right here. We
not
have
only
remember, you're
going up against opponents, but the clock.
Moving through here. Guns up.
Cool with it, B. Wash, Jay Wood, trying to put it together.
Let's go.
Gonna have to move here, smaller circle. Definitely teams on buildings here.
It's the area.
Try to keep that low ground, get a little more ammo, closing doors, moving from building to building. More shots ringing out around the corner. Shots ringing out, let's see how they get them. They get the one elimination, there it is. Got them.
Damn.
Trying to shut more doors here, trying to move from space to space. Top 7 now for the Cutthroat.
Come back.
You gotta come back. Yeah.
Come back in this big building.
Get the corners. Get the corners.
Top 7. 4 minutes. Will this game end quick enough for them to try and better their lowest score? To this point, a 20. 20 and 26 are the 2 scores so far. Is this going to be the match that sets them apart and gives them the lead?
5 minutes.
Seems to already be giving them
More teams to die.
the lead, as this will be their 3rd score submitted this match.
Oh, to your right.
My right.
There.
Alright,
Hold
alright.
up. I think he just got C4'd in.
I got you.
Behind you.
Shots ringing out, players moving into the doorway.
Behind me what? I can't see nobody.
Player moving in behind him, drops him. Trying to get the elim, gets him. 1 player remaining, he's out too. That's 7 points worth of placement in 6th place.
Got your picture?
Alright,
That's an 18-point game. And they're going to try to go quickly here. They're going to try to get into this last one here.
Bro, there was a lot of fucking people right
How many kills we
As
got?
they are loading up into their last game, so they will have enough time and will find themselves in one more game.
When that dude came in there, on my screen, I couldn't see nothing right there. Did the dude come in
That
there?
puts their total to 64, folks. This one is going down to the wire.
Dying the second one.
I think they were all over.
Oh, I get shot from
Vienna Sausages already finding themselves in a bit of a battle of their own.
separate teams.
In the military base, separate teams fighting them.
Uh,
Cushy holding a little bit of the outskirt area.
There's one dude
Come here.
up there.
I don't know.
This is going to be a tough situation here.
What do you do?
7 points separate the two.
That was the,
Sheesh.
she just got that green laser. Man, I mean that little pink laser. I was shooting her. I was like, fuck, I'm
Nope.
trying to get out of here. Other door.
The doubles at.
This should be interesting.
Where'd this dude go? Do we know?
Don't know.
Damn.
I have no
Be
armor.
careful because you just don't have any. Oh yeah, I was about to say that.
Looking for anyone here to come around the corner.
Yeah, they
Switching over to the burst.
Let's stick together. Then.
Yeah,
I got
I
spotted.
got spotted.
2
as
minutes
well.
remaining.
Damn.
Someone's finally recon. It's probably that dude, to be honest.
Enemy dropping into the AR.
I'm just gonna sit. That's just. Oh, Yeah, if you watch that door, I'll watch
Unless
that
they
side as
find themselves getting ended quickly, this will be it for both teams here.
Yeah.
well. Honestly, we might be able to push down the
Alright,
orange.
let me put this score.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If we
Just
can go
wanna
into the
lose some
goddamn
armor for
final
you.
The
circle,
Vienna
man,
Sausage is sitting at 57 points
That shit was
with a 31, 21, and a 5. So they're looking to better that 5-point score. Team Cutthroat. Their 3 scores currently: a 20, a 26, and an 18. Cutthroat need to have a better game than 18 points.
I think we was gonna fuck anyway.
Vienna Sausages only needs to
Because
beat
they were all
5.
standing- It was 3 guys standing on the wall. I wish you could see it from my view. There were 3 guys literally standing on the wall watching.
I turned around and glanced, and I shut it up.
So
I don't know how I got out of there. I just ran.
Yeah, I'm not a big
I
fan.
think that dude from Remark moved down to 10s.
Okay, right in front of us, right in front of us. Try to third party it. Yep.
you're watching here, guys, and you're wondering how the scores add up. Just imagine both of these teams. Vienna Sausages, imagine they're sitting at 52, and they're right now their next best score is a 5. So 52 points is where they're at,
don't want nothing.
if you're wondering. Team Cutthroat, their 2 best scores, a 20 and a 26, putting them at 46.
We can turn around and go.
However, their 3rd best score in 18, which is why you see the 64 points on their screen.
Open the door.
The Team Cutthroat was not able to better their 18-point game.
Wait for us.
Oh yeah, I'm like.
The Sausages would need a 12 to tie, a 13 to win.
Alright,
I'm peeking. I'm peeking.
But that is only if Team Cutthroat
push in. Right,
doesn't better their low score of 18.
Y'all gonna make it over there?
Actually, I'm gonna go to the
Yeah,
other
I'm
side.
good.
Time is off now. This is the last game for each team.
Yeah, I'm good.
I might shoot this guy.
Up top in yeah, he's over there. He's going.
Last game for each team. The 10 o'clock game starts in 15 minutes.
All three.
Oh, I see him.
Here we are, moving in now. Trying to remove a 3-man team. Cushy gets seen in open space, gets down.
They're all down here. All down here.
Can their teammates
One
res?
more behind.
Another player down. 1 player remaining. Can he save them both?
Hands right
Take your
there.
time.
Let me get
Take
that
your time.
RPG.
Oh, this gun sucks. Oh, yeah, look. They picked it up.
You good? You good?
Should be 2 at least.
Comes down to Emily,
Where?
one of the MVP candidates.
We in there.
He's dead. I think that dude died from somewhere
Able to
else.
get back.
We might want to push back into Trina.
Got one down?
Changed her name to Queen Vienna.
2 of them.
Team like, good shit, fellas.
Yeah.
Good shit, good shit.
And we're moving, folks.
There was another guy there. There was a good dude in like a
Able to escape 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, there was 2.
Ryan finding himself googe bound.
And that's what's they
Fuck it,
I
don't
wish
matter.
we
I
could kill
know,
someone. We
I
should
know.
get this
6.
fucking thing.
Let's go.
Good job. Right, yeah, but buy us some armor actually. Because we need some
Somewhere
really badly.
What?
I can't see. Y'all didn't see the red dot pop
Yep,
up?
coming right back on you guys.
Like somewhere like over there or something.
As Ryan wins his ghoulie and he's heading back.
Yeah, so you killed 2 of them, right?
Crack shit.
Alright, so the dude up top. Oh, yeah,
No time remaining, 7 points. Split these 2. Shots ringing out on the
Any loot?
Go to blue.
on the Cutthroat side here. We're going to switch back over to them.
Yep.
Shots ringing out just outside farmland, trying to ring through that top window here. Holding that peak there.
You got
MP7 in hand with the scope attached. Player getting down in open space. It's not good look, fellas. Gonna try to move out. That's gonna be
Wipe. Jesus Christ.
another team wipe on the Vienna Sausages side in the small screen. Now he's gonna try to keep that angle on that window, not moving away from it very far.
Someone else, weren't they?
No one able to move towards the down teammate in open space. Teammate is now gone. He's going to the gulag. 2 players remaining for this team.
Let's go.
Shit, guys.
Yeah,
Shit.
that too.
There's a
As they're going to now escape. They're going to try to get away here.
I may have to get some card. I'm gonna.
This is one of the tightest competitions we've had on a primetime broadcast during the Ammo League.
We could wait on our load.
Trying to find an exit, trying to get down towards prison. I think they're going to try to play for placement here, hoping that their last long teammate wins his gulag and returns the play.
I got 5 armor, so. There's another armor right here.
You can hear Vienna sausages, their voices that are usually a little bit more humorous, a little more calm, collected, definitely sound a little bit more intense at this juncture. However, Cutthroat just lost a player. 2-man now. They're going to have to move through this bridge and kind of get into the prison now. Very far away from the circle, so this could prove to be a tough spot. One down in space.
We can do a bounty.
I think we do. I think we do a bounty.
Yeah, get this load.
As they're going to try to get this scabby.
Goddamn
As
rocks.
Vienna Sausages discussed getting a bounty.
You can't scale them. You cannot scale
Potentially getting ready
I'm saying like none of these challenges.
to put themselves in a position to get a few more eliminations before the placement starts to become a necessity.
Damn Caucasian people.
As Cutthroat now able to get that scabby.
Get in the helicopter. I can at least get that one. You're not going to pick them up instantly.
As now they're going to go try to get that helicopter, get some scabby and get some money.
I see people.
And be able to
Right up
get
there.
back their
They're
team.
not-
We're going to
they're
switch
not-
back over to the Vienna Sausages here as they do see some opponents in the near distance. Military base known for these high impact landings. Now they're going to be able to get that off to start here. Hopefully be able to put some early eliminations as Cushy finds himself with a P90 in hand yet again.
Their loadouts down here. Their
Loadouts down below. They do see them.
They have to play for the loadout. I think we just don't engage yet. Just let them come down. We still have a spare UAV.
Moving.
There you go. You hear the communication
One
to
person in
Cushy.
that place 29 meters.
As
They don't
Cushy
have
and
see
Tibo
him.
discussing how they're going to let this team kind of move down to them and hopefully jump on them as they move towards those loadout circles.
Yeah,
heart beating it again. Nothing on heartbeat.
Do you want
we could
to?
have got that first one.
They're fighting. They're fighting.
No,
Wait.
it's one.
All right. Okay, we're getting tracked.
48 meters. 48 meters.
Oh, right.
They
UAV.
have
UAV.
Bounty
UAV.
UAV in hand. Now he has the
Already
X9 in hand. He's
Okay,
looking
so I
out
think
into
we
the
just done?
distance. Shots ringing out towards the tower. Nothing
Got
hitting.
Yeah,
More
so there's-
players out.
Above.
Oh, on
Above.
top. Got him. Team wiped him.
Team wipe on one. They're going to try to find the
I
next.
lost my analog stick.
One more team. There's someone getting red.
He lost his analog stick.
I gotta hide
If you
for a
know
second.
Tebow, you know that's a common occurrence for him. Let's see how this one rings out. Ammo League.
I have metal analogs on this controller,
They're
and I don't know where
they
I
still
don't know
got
where the
it.
analog stick went.
Hold on, there was two scavengers over there.
Lots of eliminations already for the Vienna Sausages.
Yeah, sure was. It ain't one.
Yeah. There's at least one. I think he ran someone as well. Okay, no. Wait. Apparently their loadout just disappeared. So they might jump off.
Now they're all going to try to get back together here at full strength here.
Right, let's get his loot grab.
We have
can do
enough
two
for another
recons.
UAV.
Yeah, we can do 2 recons here as well. Fine.
As their eliminations alone have already bettered that 5-point total.
Okay.
So you can imagine they are at least at 59 points, I believe, with those 4 eliminations by one player and 3 for another.
Oh, recon's right here.
Let's do it. Then.
That's might as well do
As
it
the
now.
recon is right
Yeah,
next
we
to them,
still-
very beneficial here. They're just going to run around in circles here. Don't get too dizzy there, folks, as we are getting closer and closer to the end game for both of these teams.
Hey, we got enough to pick
Yeah,
up.
let's get this UAV, and if the threat goes orange, we'll know where they're.
There they go. I see it. They left me leaving.
We have
another,
another two. We have
another
another two.
recon in.
Buy us some. Buy them all.
Yeah,
Shit, yeah,
there go one. There go the other one. Let's go.
I do that every
Take
time.
my-
I swear to God.
Let's pick up wood.
Right here, we gotta get this thing now.
Pick them
Right?
up in here. We can pick them up in here.
Rend is here if you got the
Bounty or recon? Bounty or recon?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
definitely-
Bonnie. Yeah.
Disregard my last.
Heli?
How to put
Why
them
is the
up.
heli coming over here?
They're out.
Oh.
They jumped out. They jumped out. They jumped out. Hitting the witness. They have their loadouts. They might be. They're getting the recon. They got the recon.
Okay, it's alright, chill.
Okay, gosh. Shooting at him. I don't think it's, but it might only be one guy.
That's
Already
alright.
hit a
We
UAV.
gotta move. Let's go.
I'm in shields.
Alright, it's not.
You get back to it.
Oh, he ditched it, did he?
You. Hope it never puts
Probably gonna be waiting on us.
Now
Yeah, he's
both
getting
teams
shot from
finding
somewhere
themselves
else.
at the military base. Oh, possibly not. This team looks like Cutthroat is a little bit on a different section. It looks like Boneyard they found themselves in.
Bonnie's to the right.
As now Sausages
My
move
threat still has it going.
away from military base, now trying to put
We
themselves
might honestly be tracking
a little bit more south
Alright, I'll go get it.
as
then.
this
Let me get the
circle
loadout.
hasn't paid the biggest of favors. We'll see how it moves as they got the big benefit before, able to sit into a little cubby hole and hold on for placement before.
Okay, we're about to evade that.
We'll be doing better without the flag.
Yeah,
And there we go. They got a little bit of money for evading the bounty. All three of these members still around, still moving,
Yeah, we're gonna have high ground on these guys.
trying to keep their hopes alive. Vienna Sausages trying to stay unbeaten. Team Cutthroat looking to avenge their loss to the Crusaders last match and take down another undefeated team. We're able to take down the Big Apes the match before the Crusaders,
They're moving.
as they were both unbeaten to that point.
Right here, Randy, come on.
Oh, B-Watch, come here. Come right here. You have a sniper?
I don't have a sniper. Nah. I got my
We only have a minute, so
yeah,
there's really no point for
Right
sniper.
here.
Where's that loadout at?
There's one down at this buy station here.
Why didn't I did drop a sniper?
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't know that.
There's people dying in that buy station. I just wanted to go.
Got no fully loaded class.
I forgot to put it.
There's no point in getting the fully loaded. Get your class.
This is definitely a situation where both of these teams
Sure, it might be glitched, although it's sitting right at the
probably
buy
very
station.
happy
Here we
to
go.
not be getting contested a whole lot,
Remember this guy.
evading a lot of the vehicles incoming.
What do we think? We could buy more armor at the buy
Probably
station.
only take on battles if they know it's in their best
Yeah, I
interest
can help you out.
or if they have no other choice.
See, there was someone shooting down here, so we gotta be careful.
Okay, we're good. Just keep moving together.
Oh god. Can't climb up there. How many do we still have UAV or not? I don't think we do.
I don't.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Okay, yes.
All
save
supply
your-
boxes found. Solid work.
Just drop me a few
Hey,
sprays.
with that bounty.
Yeah, I got an RPG.
Another shield in here.
Recon just spawned right here. We can grab that.
Anyone need it?
Yep, let's do that.
Oh, that sniper over there.
Move to the next
To our left. Oh, TV station beside the
Yeah, they
TV
spawn
station.
in new contracts after each circle kind of does their thing.
Objective is to eliminate the bounty target.
No.
Okay, fuck that.
Let's push
Cutthroat
up.
pulling in a bounty, but it's so far away they're not able to really proceed to go after that one. I imagine they're just going to say goodbye and we're just going to leave it alone and continue on their path to hopefully get better placement.
Or somebody closer than that. We're moving upwards. Bree over here thirsty.
Again,
No.
Cutthroat, their lowest score thus far in 18. So they need to better that to better their score. A player going down right when I discussed their movement situations. Let's see what their action pretails. Get him back up. Now they're going to try to move around the outside of this household, just outside the cemetery and in between the boneyard. 2 players down now. Oh boy. This could be bad, folks. This could be bad news. They down one with the RPG in space. Shooting a second one. Nothing ringing. They're out of ammo on that, so he has to rely on the growl. Now he's going to try to move around the car. Gets another down in space. That's another one. Hopefully going to throw one. And he gets put down as well. All 3 of Team Cutthroat down and out.
I know, they're like, holy shit.
Bro, how do you get up this
Gulag bound.
What's the that was.
That's crazy.
Gas mask? Gas mask? You guys want gas?
Let's see. I imagine 2 of
Why
these
are they looking back?
Cutthroat players
No idea.
both having to get through a gulag to proceed.
Get somewhere.
Biwash currently in the gulag.
Self sorted. You're up next.
Moving around the inside here, working that center column, shooting off once, 1 shot, 1 kill. Good night. We're going to stay with this action here. Team Cutthroat. Moving up the middle here, trying to get around. Shotgun in hand, moving towards the right side of the column. Left side now, shots ringing out. Hits 2, hits 3. God. Bang, bang. See it. Going back to play. We got 2 players still available for Team Cutthroat here. As they go back into play, we're going to stay with the Vienna Sausages top 16 here. Getting closer and closer to that placement point that they oh so desperately need. Their lowest score, a 5 thus far, have already broken that just with the eliminations alone.
Even though
continuing up towards the red house. Circle getting ever so small, still a lot of time remaining.
In here, or what do you think? Do you think we're
Top 15, so that's 2 points worth of placement.
I'll heartbeat it as we go up because oh, yep, 3 people on top of the roof.
Can you make it over here? Where you at?
Do we just camp down here then? Just sit below them and just
Currently have 61 points for Vienna Sausages. If this game were to end right now,
I wouldn't worry about it
at the very least.
just because
So
if you put that down.
our last game was a 5, right? So we have to beat a 5.
Make sure, man.
Okay. And they have to beat.
We've already beat a 5, but
They had a 20. What was it? 2026. So they had a 20, a 26, and a 16, I think. Or an 18.
yeah,
Sorry.
don't worry
so
about
they
it.
have to beat
Let's
it.
just focus. We just gotta focus on this.
box located. Move to secure.
I have nothing on my heartbeat right now, but there was definitely 3 that popped up, so they're camping.
Yeah. That's okay.
Gas is closing in. Objectives updated. Move to the next location.
Can I mind this? Oh, I can. Alright.
Oh yeah.
Okay, they're. Oh god, they might be Blackbird. Yeah, we need
10 o'clock game soon getting underway.
Should be a left in this.
How are we looking ammo-wise?
Next objective
Big Apes and Roughnecks, Pickles and Toast Herd,
Enemy UAV overhead.
all going at it at 10 p.m. Please tune into their streams and check into Ammo League on Instagram for more action and where to find those matchups. As we're going to stay here. Our primetime matchup has not disappointed. Vienna Sausages looking for at least a 13 just to beat that 64 that Cutthroat currently has. However, their lowest score being an 18. If they better that 18, that score also rises. So we're going to try to stay with both teams here and see how this one pans out.
Yeah.
I need a card. Is that card in there?
Someone take the wheel.
That just hurt my feelings. Like, they ain't had no reason to be in there, bro. They just in there.
Oh.
Where'd they even come from?
Nothing. I thought I heard footsteps.
So good.
It's not. It wasn't even like.
You don't want to sit in this room all together. That's a heli over there.
Right above us. 3 people right above us.
Oh,
8
the
meters.
DN.
Try that one.
Just don't make much.
Still trying to locate some of those surrounding teams here. A lot of space still. Top 13 scenario.
That boy Clevo said, "Let me join." You'll be wise. Let me join.
I'm picking up whoever the first one is.
My chicks is boy.
And they find themselves in a very beneficial spot yet again in this circle right outside the top 10 placement. This could be another big one for the Vienna Sausages.
Pick 'em up. Land right on me.
Trying to stay unbeaten to this point.
That's 4500.
Loadout drop a little bit further away,
How many of
but
us have ghosts?
I imagine they don't really want to move towards that, as I imagine a lot of teams are going to be trying to move to that loadout drop
Okay. Chill.
in desperation scenarios.
Oh, so
God damn it, Jim.
All 3 players full strength here. Maybe not with the weapons they desire, however,
yeah.
There's a card down there.
formidable weapons at the least.
2 people that are going up.
Here,
so it's
Jay,
just
Jay,
going up on
take
that
this cash. Take this cash. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Is the team is
Look in
still
the
up
car.
there?
Checking right now.
They might have dipped.
Yes, sir.
Oh, they
Yep,
are?
they're up there.
So
You hear the shots?
are
Yep.
there 5 people
They
on the
wouldn't
thing?
even to pick me up.
Yeah, there's so there's
Okay,
2
we're
in this
gonna-
direction, and then there's 5
Quickly
in
gonna
that
switch
direction.
over.
That direction.
It's not over here.
And see where we are out here. Top 14 for Team Cutthroat.
Something fell.
Only 1 player remaining here as 2 players go down. 2 gone, 1 player remaining, and he's on a quad trying to escape.
That might be.
Yeah, just pick him up. You don't die.
As now, it all comes down to Vienna Sausages here. Unless this player finds himself in a 3rd place finish, it doesn't look to be a very good finish that's going to beat that top 18.
9
teams,
Damn.
20 people.
That was horrible.
Just in the water.
So we're going to go back to the Vienna Sausages here.
Anyone need this?
Shots ringing out, and he's gone.
Back, I'm back to my left. That's what I heard.
That might be it. That might be it. Cutthroat, a 14th place finish.
But there's definitely people. I think they got their
People are
ghosts.
dying up there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got
Is
their
that going to
ghosts.
be enough eliminations?
Come on. Come on.
No, it is not. So that is going to be it.
Okay.
And their score sitting at 64. We're going to stay here now with the Vienna Sausage team. 9th place currently. At least 7 eliminations. They need top 7 here to guarantee a victory. All they need is a top 7.
Hopefully they'll move first because I don't think they know where
Hey, they're dead. They're just finished.
Okay. That's okay. Don't fucking worry. That's okay. Don't fucking worry about them. We gotta win. We gotta win.
Here we
Act
go.
Like if we don't win this game, it's over.
If they reach top 7,
They're peeking a door.
that is the victory. A door opening up to the right-hand side. They're going to try to stay away from that. All 40 players in close proximity. This is what the Vienna Sausages do very, very well. They're going to try to sneak up the staircase potentially as they have to move into the circle. A little bit of movement needed. Let's see if he breaks the window. He will. He's going to go outside the window. He's going to work side the right side of this household. The other 2 working on the left. Cushy now making a run just for the circle here.
Almost got one. Almost got one.
Where are they at?
They try to get one elimination here.
Right in front of me. Right in front of
That
me.
is it, folks. They got a top 7 here now. Everything they get on top of this is just to add on. Another elimination. That's a team wipe, folks.
There's a team to our right over here.
Cushy with the elimination. 2 players down. He's going to try to move in now. Top 4 scenario. So they beat it just on placement alone. Moving out to the left side now. Trying to move in. More players hiding. And he's in the storm. Can't escape. He gets downed. And he is out. However, 4th place. That's good enough for a 20 on placement alone. Let's see how many eliminations they have. That adds up to their final score. 12 eliminations on top of their 20 points of placement. That is good enough for 32. That is their best score on the day. And that'll bring their total to around an 83. I'm going to double check the points on that one.
Pack us out, pull us out, pack us out, pull us out.
God damn.
Good final game, guys. That's a good final game, guys.
84. Their best that they've had all season, folks. And they come away with the 84-64 victory. Team Cutthroat not able to put together their huge game. 3 very good ones.
So how many points was that game total?
That was at 20. That was at 20.
Did we take away 4? Did we take away 4?
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. It should be 5 less, so we should be 79. Excuse me. Thank you, Kuwita. I appreciate you.
What was our other one at 22? I think it's 70. He has it. I think it's 70. I think he has it 84, but I think it was 74. What was
74. Excuse me, folks.
What was our other game? So it was a 31.
I apologize. I made a little mistake in my
math. How many was that first game?
31. 12 plus 20 is.
I got it wrong. It's 74.
Okay.
So I don't know.
How much do they have? How much do they have?
Did we win? No, I can just hear our echo on our stream. I don't want to echo on our stream. I don't want to do it. I'm just gonna ask him if we won.
Debris bitching in the chat right now. Debris bitching in the chat right now saying when did fourth place become 20 points? So who won? Who won?
I really want to know if we won or not.
Debris typing.
All right, so 4th place is worth 10 points, and their 12 eliminations is worth a 22-point game. Apologies. However, that is still good enough for 22 points in that match, and that is still good enough for 74 points. And there we are, folks. As you can hear them communicating as well, 74 points, and that will do it. As they fall to the Vienna Sausages, 74-64. And the Sausages stay unbeaten.
4th place is 10.
We want to say thank you again for tuning in, as this was definitely a doozy. As it goes down to the wire, and that is the win, folks. We want to say thank you for tuning into Ammo League action here. I'm Zeta Fly. Have a wonderful night.
Price. Something is wrong with the desk. Gas closing in. Exfil now.
Yo, this a war zone, homie, say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware while I be sneaking in the back. With what the clap, I'm life and fair. Coming crawling through the mud where the vision saw clearly. When a shepherd to the sheep, they don't fear me. This a war zone, flesh strong, trap house, nothing unforgiving. Every day's a blessing. The war, I'm moving, see me, fighting with my stop.